from out here. It's the first of the month. Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's the first of the month.
Grab them checks and just run. I want to see that video with adult eyes now to see if it hit the same. If it hit the same.
I'm right there with you.
Happy Wednesday, brother. Happy Wednesday.
Yes, man. How you feeling? How you doing?
Doing good, man. Busy week, but going fast at the same time. That makes any sense?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But doing all right. Doing all right. How you doing today, bro?
I'm cool, man. I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? It's the beginning of a new month. Lots going on, man. So I'm right there with you. I feel like the weeks are flying by. Time is going to be flying by, man. And it's a heavy month for you, man. But we're going to get into that a little bit later. You know what I mean?
Chill. It's the first, baby. It's the first of the month, baby. The first of the month, baby.
Oh, man. But so how's your week going, man?
It's going good. I just hit the live button on the IG side. I don't know what I was doing. I'm looking at the phone, wondering why it ain't popping up. I'm like, this is weird. But nah, we back. Only 90 seconds left. But week's been good, man. Can't complain. The girls had off, and the kids are bored, bro.
Yo.
But they back, man. They got kicked out this morning. They back, man.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely had a lot of fun with him. You know, there were a couple times that he was sleeping, and I was like, you know what? He looks a little too peaceful, man. Like, I almost want to, give him a little leg drop or something, just to wake him up, just to shake things up a little bit. But I left him alone. Pretty chill vacation for him. You know what I'm saying? He just relaxed and, back like he never left, man.
That's what's up.
But I'm right there with you. It was way too much to try to entertain, to try to keep up. Like, it was just a lot going on, man. So I'm right there with you, bro.
Facts. What's this here?
Just gonna share this with a couple people.
Look like I could. I don't know if I'm gonna throw a quick text out there on the IG side. FCP is rolling today. We'll get these comments off.
Well, the good thing is I see the Freedom Cage comment that came in, so it looks like we got a little.
We back. We back. IG was acting funny last week, but we back.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, this looks like this nice weather got everybody outside.
As they should be. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it wasn't Wednesday, we'd be somewhere too.
Oh yeah. This is true. This is very true. Can't even knock that, man. But yeah, probably give it another couple minutes, man. See if some more people join, man. In the meantime, it's been very interesting because while the weather's getting nice, when you first wake up, it don't look like it's gonna be a nice day. Like, them clouds be heavy, and it's like, do I bring out the white kicks? Do I have to bring an umbrella? You have no idea what type of day it's gonna be, and then boom, by like 12 o'clock, the sun's out.
Like, you gotta love it. Like, this is springtime, baby. No more rain. Bring these flowers on. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into these full May vibes. It's the first of the month. You know what I mean? But I'm ready to keep the jackets at the house. If I'm cold, man. I'm ready to just go out there. Fuck it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta get to the location quicker, that's all.
Yeah, that's a fact, man. That's a fact. But yeah, I'm glad now, at least can put the light jackets away, just rock the suit jacket. Hopefully it stays steady, mid 60s, what is it like? Was it low 70s? I could deal with those, man. It's when it start creeping up into that 80 range, the shit gets sticky.
Yeah, I ain't trying to catch no tans, you know what I'm saying? I don't need none of that 80 in my life.
That's a fact, man. That's a fact. Oh man, but it is the first of the month, man. So we appreciate you wherever you're joining us from. We are live right now on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, X, formerly known as Twitter, and Instagram, man. So we thank you all for joining us today. It's the first of the month. We also have a new episode out, episode 77, That Awkward Moment. is out right now. A lot of really good joints on there. I was actually going through the clips today, man. Like we talked about a lot of awkward shit.
Yeah, man, a lot more awkward than I thought it was. I forgot how funny that hug segment was because the hug is very underrated. It's very underrated.
It really is. And what we didn't really get into because we were thinking about like our childhood, like probably into like, early 20s. When you give or get hugs now as a married man, you know what I'm saying? There's also like, the time frame of the hug, the duration, I should say. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you said,
See,
like, is it the ass out? Is it crotch to crotch? You know what I
you don't
mean? Like,
you don't want no beef. Like it's funny. Speaking of long hugs, I get home from work every day. I may take Coco around the block. You know what I'm saying? Make sure she does her business. If the first lap don't do it, we'll take another lap around. You know what I mean? So first lap around, I see this young couple. Might have been a white guy, could have been a mixed lady. Real hard embrace. You know what I'm saying? Real tight hug. I'm like, oh, that's cute. You know what I'm saying? I walked down the block, come around 3 times, right? You know what I mean? Coco didn't do a business on the first trip, so second lap. On the second lap, they are still in this intense hug, like the same way it was when I seen them at the first time. I'm like, this is not a small block, but it's a good, 4 to 5 minute walk around the block. If I'm strolling, I'm not going fast. I'm with the dog, you know what I mean? And now I want to yell. I'm like, yo, are you okay? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, is he holding you up? Are you dead inside? Like, you know what I mean? But
are you dead inside?
I was like, what was the longest hug you ever had to like? Anything past 10 seconds is weird. So, like, do you have hugs that get that far out?
No. I think if we are at that point, then something is wrong. Like probably I think by like the 5-second mark, I'm kind of like, all right, what is this? Because there's the natural, tap, maybe a little, depending on the relationship with the person, maybe a little firm embrace with the ass out. But then if it's that like deep, intense hug, and then they like kind of grab your arm after and kind of look you deep in your eyes, now you're wondering what just happened. Like
it's like, was I just mentally? Did you take advantage of me just now? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't want that. You don't want that song at all.
Exactly. Absolutely, man. So like it's always interesting with those hugs that are a little too long. And then I don't know, like sometimes you're probably just a friendly, lovable person. You got to be careful who you give the long hug because they probably walked away like, I knew they liked me. I knew it. Like, I'm in there, dog.
That was a hip to hip, man. She on me,
like she had it all propped on my chest.
You know what I mean?
Like, was into me.
You don't want that. What's going on, Tanya in the building? Oh man, try to get these shout outs out. Say hi to everybody. Make sure everybody.
Yes. We got Audrey in the building. Congratulations again, SKL. Say sweet things. Oh shit, we got the Entrepreneur of the Year, Waterfall Lounge in the building. Shout out to them when they grand opening coming up soon. Oh man, appreciate y'all joining. Appreciate y'all joining early. So let's get into it, player. We got a good amount of people on here. Might as well get this thing started. First and foremost, man, we're gonna start out with the family vibes over the weekend. Big shout out to Precious, man. Congratulations on your retirement, man. 21 years in the military, serving in the Army. She has been such an inspiration to our family, not only just accomplishing that, but in real estate, in education. It was such a pleasure to be there and wish you on your journey for all the things you're about to accomplish, man. Amazing stuff.
Yeah, man. When I got to see Pressure over the weekend, it was super dope because I was like, damn, like 43 and a half and it's done. Like, you know what I'm saying? Ramal's like, you know what? As dope as that sounds, like you got to understand, like some things are given in life and some things are earned. This one was like earned with the stamp on it. You know what I mean? So just giving a congrats and everything. But we like, yo, what's your first order of business? Now that, you know what I mean? Like, 0300 ain't really a real thing for you no more. You know what I mean? It's just like, I'm traveling, man. I'm getting out of town. I was like, yo, take me with you. Nah. But yeah, man, she's super excited. Can't wait. I know it's going to be a super, super duper official, like I think early June or late July, she was saying. But it's going to be dope. It's going to be super dope, man. I definitely got to see her more now that she's out in the streets.
No doubt. Also, I see Akia the Diva up in here, man. Appreciate you, girl. Thank you for joining us today, man. So shifting gears from the family, the extended familia, DJ and Gina, congratulations again. They got married on Friday. It was a pleasure to be a part of their union. And as always, when we get together, it is a party. We was
Nice.
lit, bro. I don't know if you've ever seen the Reemski dance, but this is how lit we was at that open bar. These 40-year-old legs dared to attempt to do the Reemski, son. Thank God there's no footage of it because I probably
Okay.
wouldn't be able to live that down. But
There's always footage at the wedding. I gotta speak to TMZ. Somebody got it. Somebody got it. We need that for the show.
yeah, so I was like, if y'all see any footage pop up of me doing the Reemski, man, it is AI. That is not me. Like
the Rimsky shit. I'm too old to even know what that is. Is that a fast dance? Is it a slow dance? Like what's happening?
I said it. You heard that joint for sure.
Yeah.
It's the dance to that shit.
All right. What's good, Keith? Keith just joined the room. He out here in the chat ski. Oh man, Keith? Yeah, man. I can't keep up with the new news no more with the dancers, man. My knees, they be cracking in the AM, man. I ain't trying to put no extra pressure on them.
He said, I know my limits, man. I ain't mad at you, man. Honestly, bro, I'm telling you, this is what happens. This is why they do open bars at these events. They're not slick. They know there's going to be that person that usually is just like trying to be like real chill, real calm in their corner. Man, you give them about 4 they're doing dances they never thought they'd do, bro.
Show this got mad loose all of a sudden. You know what I mean? Hey, that's why the open bar's there, baby.
That's a fact. That's a fact, man. But y'all know how we do here on FCP, man. We are very aware of what's going on, and we celebrate and recognize all the awareness days. So May 1st brings us Mental Health Awareness Month, man. Make sure that you are taking care of your mental health. I connect with a lot of people that I work with, a lot of people that I'm really cool with, and I can understand a lot of us are just burnt out, too much going on, overwhelmed, underpaid, and just looking for some sort of outlet, some sort of reset. So make sure no matter how much you love doing what you do as far as your profession, that you take time to take care of yourself. That's the most important thing, man. Nothing gets done without you. And you got so many people who love you that are looking forward to seeing you just be you, let alone accomplish what you're trying to accomplish. So always keep that in mind, man.
Always another FCP, Jim. I mean,
definitely, man. And it is also Asian American Pacific Islander Month. So a great time to celebrate Asian culture and all of the great things that come with their traditions. Looking forward to a lot of the events that are going on in my health institution. So if you are celebrating, man, shout us out in the chat or leave us a comment. Let us know how you're celebrating this month. We are so inclusive here at FCP, and we love all y'all.
Oh yeah, all colors, all flavors. You know the vibes. Summertime too.
Definitely, man.
Appreciate you.
So politics as usual, man. Talk to us, man. Where we starting?
Politics. We're not gonna go Jay-Z on him. I did see the skit over the weekend of him, doing some old school stuff, but that it, man. They passed this new bill, this ban on TikTok. I'm not sure if it's official yet, but I think they in the last fourth quarter 2-minute warning of it are putting a stand on a kibosh on the TikTok. A lot of content creators not feeling that though, bro. They're like, yo, it's my bag, bro. Like, what you want me to do? Like, I saw MPC Miles crashing out over the weekend. I was like, yo, they need this bread, man. You can't just cut them. You can't cut them off. Do you know how official it is? How much more time they got?
I'm pretty sure even if they put something through the Senate, there, what is it, ByteDance or whatever, whoever owns the joint, ByteDance, they're gonna actually file a lawsuit. They know that they have rights in order to provide this app, but it's gonna be very interesting, man. I mean, there's been a lot of slack on TikTok and how it's actually utilized here in the United States versus over in China. Now, of course, I don't live in China, so I don't know the truth of this, but supposedly over in China, the feeds that they get are all intellectual, educational, innovative, and over on our side here in the United States is just a bunch of foolery and clown stuff that they're saying is really just occupying the youth from doing more beneficial things with their life. But to Kenny's point, you have some people who are pulling in some real money, feeding their families through this content. Hell, we send content to TikTok to engage with people, so I'm a little nervous, man. We get more engagement on TikTok than IG, so I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like, listen, man. Listen, I know that. Hey, I get it. The algorithm is screwed. I get it. But Man, you gotta step above the what they throwing in your face and just find what you need. You know what I'm saying? Like just
Yeah.
treat it like a Google search. That's what it's for. You want to get a quick cooking recipe, want to see something funny, some quick stand up, type that in. Don't just hit the open up and scroll joint. They sending you nothing but filth, man. A lot of 2 a.m. stuff is a lot of 2 a.m. stuff be on your feed at three in the afternoon. You don't need that. You know what I mean? But TikTok, man, I want to keep it, but you got to be careful.
No, yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. So we'll see how that goes. That's probably going to get tied up in litigation for a while. But this next one actually brought a lot of people some joy. The Department of Transportation has mandated that airlines must now issue refunds on flight cancellations or delays.
I wonder how quick that is. Is that instant?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it should come in time with the email of the notification, right?
Right.
DOT, they got some nerve, man. They're gonna say, listen, we'll give you refunds on the flight, but if you drive to the city, we're gonna charge you. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, I mean, it's a little, you know what I mean, rob Peter, pay Paul kind of thing. But hey, man, everyone has been in a situation where the flight got altered, got pushed, and a financial convenience might lessen the blow. Don't get me wrong, you have plans as soon as you land every time. That's why these tickets is bought. But in the event it gets a little swapped out, hopefully a little bit of compensation on the money tip eases your wait at the terminal. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, yeah, absolutely, man. And what's crazy? There has not been a day that has passed maybe over the last 2 months that I haven't heard somebody say, yo, my flight was damn near delayed for a couple hours. So that's crazy.
More often than we want it to be.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we got Tanya. Southwest is cutting 2,000 jobs in the U.S. and Mexico also. Wow. That's crazy.
Listen, if Southwest is cutting jobs, I'm just curious to know, are they losing planes or are they dropping out of terminal?
Right.
Like something's got to go. You know what I mean? Like something's got to go.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
But I got a feeling your luggage is definitely getting lost next time.
Oh, yeah.
Like, not enough eyes, Chief. Not enough eyes. We apologize.
That's for sure, man. So real quick, man, we have this segment where we always like to say, listen, I'm not a doctor. I just play one here on FCP. So right now, you've probably heard a lot about the drug Ozempic. It was naturally designed for those with type 2 diabetes, but it has become potentially or actually prominently known as a weight loss drug now. So I always like to do research and go to different articles and different healthcare newsletters. And I found an article that mentioned the top 5 states with a high volume of interest in Ozempic, right? And this was using research conducted by Bison Pharmacy. They're a Canadian-based prescription referral service that analyzed the monthly volume data on Google searches for Ozempic and Ozempic price in each state. So we'll start from 5 and go to 1. Number 5 was Washington at about 63.49. At number 4 was New Jersey at 65.26. Massachusetts, 70.92. At number 2, District of Columbia at 137.5. And I'll give you one guess who was number 1.
Please don't say it's the town because these numbers is already high as is. If these is like local numbers, I'm gonna be a little tight. Talk to me. What's number 1?
New York, 159.39 queries per 100,000 residents.
That's excessive. Like, you know, I mean, that's excessive and a bare min. It's too much good food out here. It's too much stuff where people just can't. They can't. You know, I mean, so many options on every block. Like you can have a corner store, a pizza shop, Chinese store, all on the same strip. Tacos across the street. Like it's too much of variety. But for every fast food spot, there's a gym though. Every other block, so you got to make your choices. You know what I'm saying? Got to make your choices.
Yeah, man, absolutely. And listen, I think to Kenny's point, right? We all understand that weight loss is hard. It is difficult. Some people have conditions that really make it hard. And hey, some people just have lives that make it hard to make time to eat better or work out. So I totally understand those who are using this right now. There's a lot going on about the supply and demand for Ozempic. I believe the other brands are Mongiorno, and there's one more, I think, Wegovy. And I think those are coming out of Eli Lilly. So there's definitely going to be a lot of competition for a new name brand to come out and kind of, come up with the demand on Ozempic.
Damn. All right. You got anything else for us, Mr. FCP DR?
Nah, that's about it, man. Just wanted to let y'all know that Ozempic demand is high. So in case you trying to get one, you better hurry up because especially if you're new.
Get your supply in. Get your supply in. Man, Keith was talking about he just used White Castle to lose weight. That's what's up, man. Smaller burgers, smaller pounds. I see the vision. I see the vision, Keith. I see the vision. But listen, man, Club Shay Shay, man, he's back at it again. Pulling the guests that you didn't know you need to hear from till you hear from him. He had a new one with Amanda Seales. Did you catch it?
Of course. I'm a big fan of Amanda Seales.
I was just about to ask you, like, listen, not to be that guy, but I don't judge a book by the cover, but I do judge by popular belief that's out there as far as the internet, right? Amanda doesn't have the highest of PR ratings as far as the consensus. You know what I mean? Can you give me an honest opinion on your view of her?
I think that I definitely appreciate her knowledge, her passion.
Mm-hmm.
I think that she is probably not everybody's cup of tea because how outright she is, how direct she is, how outspoken she is, unapologetically Black. If she supports a side, she supports it no matter what the norm is. And anybody who's like that is not going to fit in and is not going to always be approved by public opinion.
Sure.
I thought the interview was very telling about where Shannon Sharpe stands as far as an interviewer. It definitely exposed some holes in his game. I don't think he was ready for her, and I don't think she was ready for what that podcast was about. You saw it very present in when he kept trying to what's the word I'm looking for? He kept trying to undermine her experience. And me and you talk about this all the time. We've lost the ability to listen, to understand. And you saw that in like the first 15 to 20 minutes of the interview. Now, granted, is there some ability for her to be less outright? Yeah, but not everybody's like that. Some people are very passionate about how they feel, and I think the better off that you are in understanding people like that, the more range you have when you interview people. Because right now he has the latest one with Charles Barkley. I guarantee you they were both in the same space and they loved it, and they have the same mind, same outright opinions, right? Amanda was different for Shannon. This was the first time that he ran into somebody who wasn't about, like, she could talk about rap, she could talk about, the usual like nonsense, but this was somebody who had some substance, who's been through some things. And when you get in front of somebody like that, if you don't have experience, man, it shows, and it definitely showed on that interview.
Now, see, this
What's
is
up, Lynn? I see you.
It's when they start to poke the bear as far as like Shannon has this platform now where he's able to, not promote, but he's able to highlight certain people and their benefits. But if he's not complimenting their benefit, it kind of brings us back to are you here looking for something spicy on purpose? Are you trying to poke this bear in a way that we don't want to see poked this time? You know what I'm saying? Maybe you just want a real honest side. Hopefully people are coming to get that off at your show. You know what I mean? But now I'm not calling them, like a Wendy Williams type, but I do feel like you'd be reaching a little bit, trying to pull things out of people that they don't really want to talk about when they're trying to better their life and get out a better message. So, but hey, clicks are clicks. And, I think if I'm not mistaken, Cat Williams might have surpassed our getting super close to being the top watch interview on YouTube ever. So, hey, he's got the formula that works. I can't fuck with him. You know what I mean? But we do want something separate from you, Shannon. But we'll see. We'll see in the future.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. I think that Cat Williams interview put him on a path that even if he wanted to veer off it, he couldn't. He wouldn't survive it. Um,
Nope.
his interviews need to hit a certain mark now, and they need to come with a certain flair now. And then with going with Amanda Seals, I mean, I don't think before at first I thought it would hurt him a little bit, but now I think it really just let him know you really need to scout your questions. You really need to scout your guests a little better. And you really need to if it's really what he wants to be, you got to shore up your game. You really got to shore up your game if you're going to interview anybody. That's just being in the field. But that bothers me that he just was not prepared at all.
He got he had a thick deck of cards. Like I assumed, you know what I'm saying? He was prepared, not for all rebuttals, but have, little cards to pivot from A to B, but he just seemed like he was kind of lost in the sauce. And she kind of ran laps around him. But shouts to Amanda, man, keeping it going.
Yeah, man, absolutely, man. So listen, before we get into the next topic, just gonna acknowledge those who are rocking out with us over on IG. See Tanya, Keith, Shay, Sweet Things hanging in there, Lynn, Mateo's still hanging with us, man. Appreciate all y'all. So listen, brother, it's been how many days since we got push-ups from Drake?
Don't clock me. I want to say 15 to 17, including a tailor-made push. Gotcha. You know what I mean? Like he had the extra track in there, you know what I'm saying? Trying to get Kendrick to come out the old boogeyman closet. But hey, 3 weeks, you know what I mean? Business, you know what I mean? A couple business weeks went by. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think he disappointed. I'm extremely, extremely happy about his approach and artistry coming towards Rat Beef. Because he's a very eccentric kind of dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't think inside the box as far as his approach. But his song versus Drake's, like, I don't know if I'm going to skip to the end of the soliloquy, but he had, you know what I mean? He had the grown man version of what rap is in 2024. And I appreciated the shit out of that at this time and age. And I didn't know I appreciated it as much as it was because, hey, yo, push-ups was hard. The beat dropped, you know what I mean? Metro get some drums. Like, all that shit was super dope. Liked it a lot. Until this came out, and I was like, "Oh yeah, this is a rap that I fell in love with." Though you got to kind of figure it out. You got to, you know what I mean? You got to do a little bit of research. You got to, and I mean, understand. There's layers to a lot of the bars there. So he did a damn good job. But I do think he had a cheat code because he was able to attack Drake personally. It was just him going against Drake. Drake had a lot of shit to address on push-ups. He had a lot of people coming out the woodwork at one time. Everybody got their separate, like, 10 bars. Like, I got to talk to you. I got to talk to you. I got to talk to you. So he didn't have all that time to concentrate on one person. So his rebuttal to this is going to be something to see. I'm curious to know if he do that old bridle path kind of stroll on him. You know what I mean? But right now I got Kendrick up, man. I got Kendrick up in it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so if you're just joining us, man, we're talking about Kendrick Lamar's response to Drake's push-ups, man. Euphoria is out now on all streaming platforms. I agree with you, man. It's 6 minutes of heat. I listened to it going to work on the train, coming home from work on the train, finding little pieces in there, finding little digs, little nuances. It's very interesting, man. And then it's interesting to see the way people are commenting on it, and it just shows you the difference in how people see hip hop these days. Yes. And me and you talked about this, right? I'm not going to call it mumble rap, but I'm going to call it, it's catchy rap. You know what I mean? Right. It's hooks, it's melodies, it's stuff to keep the party going. You know what I mean? And when you have a lyricist like Kendrick, it brings the real value back, and it reminds us who really appreciate the art of hip hop back and say thank you. You know what I mean? Instead of saying thank you, Kendrick, we're hearing a lot of slack about his response, but we know where it's coming from. It's coming from clickbait. It's coming from people who just want to add spice or just don't understand, the root of hip hop. And that's the one thing I love about like sports. It's kind of hard to ruin the foundation of sports and be successful. You know what I mean? But when it comes to music, it's always just taking on the form of the times. and then you kind of have to go with it. Otherwise, you get called old head or you get called hating and stuff like that. So it's a lot.
But yeah, Kendrick had a lot to unpack there, man. He attacked his blackness, being a man, called him a scam artist, got on his daddy skills. So you're not praying with your kid enough. You know what I'm saying? He brought up a lot of lines Pusha brought up. Shit had me thinking, like, did Puff slap Drake? I think he did. It might have been a rumor. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, he was just bringing up shit I totally forgot about. You know what I mean? But oh man, all in all, I think I also give it to Kendrick because what Drake did was he attacked his characteristics. He's not the tallest of people. His shoe size isn't very large. You know what I mean? I believe it's a size 7 per the cover. You know what I mean? But what Kendrick did was he got in the lab and he attacked him at his core, at his character, the person that makes him who he is today. Like, you know what I mean? Call him a scam artist and all that shit. And like, the whole black appropriation thing. I'm like, ooh, that's deep. He's doing it too. That's deep. You know what I'm saying? But and then he threw the slap with the 20 verse 1. Nah, it's 1 verse me. 20 of y'all writers, man. I'm out here. Yeah. It's just me and my mic, But man, I think he took his end card away too. Like, I don't even think I want to hear Drake say it no more. Like, I'd rather bleep that on any future songs. Like, I don't think I need to hear him say the N-word no more. But I think he got him on this one, man. 6 minutes of heat, 3 beat changes too.
Yeah, I agree too. And I've always appreciated the change in the tone and the delivery. Like, he keeps you guessing. He takes you on an adventure every time. So yeah, I agree with you. I think Kendrick's up 1. Drake is on the clock, man. Drake is on the clock. And
here's my question to you with Drake on the clock. Like, what's your angle? If you're Drake, how do you respond and how quickly do you respond?
Honestly, it's going to be interesting to see what he responds with, right? Because he settled. Granted, he addressed a lot of people on push-ups, but unless he has some deep, dark revenge shit on Kendrick, it's almost like you kind of got to repeat stuff that you said already, just more creatively.
Yeah, new beat.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man. I don't know. This is a tough one.
Yeah, man. Kendrick took 3 business weeks to give him that. Like, if he does respond, I'm okay giving Kendrick another 4 or 5 weeks if he wants it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because if you're giving us the slow cook, raps, I'll take it all day. Don't get me wrong, we love the microwave raps that Drake gives us. Hey, it's quick, boom, bang, bang. It might be in the club tonight with it, dope. But hey, I like my oxtail stewed up, man. Don't give it to me. Hey, let that cook, baby. give it to me when it's ready. I will wait. Yeah. Shouts to Rap, man. Rap is back.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Now all we need is a Jadakiss album or Dave East album. Like, now we just need all of the real hip hop, you know what I'm saying, to just drop right now while it's in before all the other stuff comes back, man.
Thanks.
So just circling back real quick to the Club Shay Shay interview with Amanda Seales. In this interview, she did reference that she is on the spectrum, but she wasn't technically clinically diagnosed. And a lot of people tried to come for her, like, how are you on the spectrum if you're not clinically diagnosed? What is this? How does this come this way? It's very much an area of gray, because while we would like to say that you cannot be this unless a physician tells you, at the same time, it's a little hard to tell somebody that they aren't experiencing signs and symptoms of something, which is something that she alludes to in the interview. It's almost like if you're a boss at your job and one of your employees comes to you and says, I'm really burnt out and I'm going through mental health. You may not see it. There may not be a doctor that has classified it, but it's very hard to literally look them in the face and tell them, no, you're not stressed. No, you're not going through this, and not fall into some dangerous territory. So, I always stress on this show, I hope that we find more of an open mind. And I found a quote over the weekend that really kind of like puts an exclamation on all of this. Thinking is difficult. So that's why most people judge. It's from Carl Jung. And when I read that, it's like it makes a lot of sense because the time that it takes to sit and think through a process of understanding someone, of understanding what they're going through, it's work. And it's easier. It's that sense of comfort to just sit back in what you already know and just judge them for what they're doing, right? If you see someone who's having a bit of an episode, oh, that's just crazy Tom. You know what I mean? It's just like when people see kids who have autism on the train who are flapping their hands and they're saying, oh, that kid has issues, he has behavioral issues. We have to try and be more open-minded because the same way that we have that judgment, there's fatal and lethal judgment that law enforcement takes when they see these same people. And you know, we can't get mad at them for doing what they do. And then in our cases, when we have the chance to do something different, we're doing the same thing. It's just not in a lethal form, but it's harmful to that person because they feel that, you know, that impression from you. So, you know, Amanda Seals ain't hurt nobody. All you got to do, if you don't like the lady, mute her, unfollow her, don't watch anything that she's on, and your life moves on with no problem. It's the same thing for anything out there that you don't want to hear or you don't want to listen to. Don't turn it on. Don't record it. It's okay.
Question for you: for someone who is diagnosed, how would you think they would perceive someone announcing that news on a platform that garners a lot of attention, but they weren't clinically diagnosed, like a lot of people are arguing? Do you feel they would feel a way about it, as far as timing being concerned, or hey, if that's the time she felt was right to do it, then, you know, more power to her. You know what I mean? But how do you think they would feel?
Honestly, I don't know. You know, I always try to err on the side of if I'm not a part of a community, I can't really speak for them. That's why I always leave room for grace and opportunity for acceptance and awareness, right? If someone is that good of an actor to want to act like they have something, it's sad, but at the same time, thank you for bringing attention to the conversation because I've never heard autism talked about this much on platforms like Shay Shay, like I think even a podcast that I know of that's based specifically on sex, they brought up autism. Like autism was all over the place, is all over the place now because people are understanding that this is something that needs more attention, more resources. And, you know, I don't know what's going on. More kids are being diagnosed. So, you know, that's the way I see it. Thank you for adding to the acceptance and awareness of it. But I think it's just too much to judge. It's too much going on. We're talking about neurological behavior. The stuff that goes on internally in our body. It is so hard to judge people for that because they have no control over it, especially neurological issues. So,
of course, You know, I mean, I gotta bring the pessimist view on it. You know, I mean, at least get the inquiry out there. Can let everybody know we one sided. You know what I'm saying? But I wholeheartedly agree with you, though, Brisker.
No doubt.
All right. What else is that? So what's going on, Tom? You ready?
Yeah, man. So we're about to head over into FCP Sports Corner, y'all, man. It's about that time, man. It's a lot going on in the sports world. Let's start with the draft, brother. Did you watch your draft? NFL draft?
I ain't gonna lie. After the first 2 or 3 picks, it gets a little fuzzy, man. I'm waiting on alerts. I'm waiting on alerts on the phone at that point. Because I think it's like 6, 7 rounds in the NFL now. You know what I'm saying?
It's a lot.
Like, how much time were you able to dedicate to it, my good man?
Honestly, man, you know, I just saw the clips popping up on the phone. You know what I mean? Like that's really all I got. And honestly, I only really got 2 bullets here. So yeah, Giants drafted Malik Neighbors. He looks like he's going to be very promising. It was funny. Ramel joked on Saturday, I don't know who's going to be throwing him the ball, but he looks like he's going to be good. But yeah, man, Giants once again, you know, picking up a nice young piece to add to that team. They just got to figure out who's going to be at the helm. I still think about that contract they gave Daniel Jones, and it hurts me every time, man.
Still active for at least another 4 to 5 joints, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, man, we shall see. Hey, do you got to fight for a spot in preseason? I hope. I hope they give him I hope they give him a fair chance. You know what I mean? Even though it's the big elephant in the room called the contract. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But what is your thoughts on the Falcons drafting a black left-handed quarterback in 2024?
So I honestly, unpopular opinion, thought it was a great idea. And I'll explain. Kirk Cousins has been the most dependable, unreliable quarterback that we've seen in a very long time. He is our new age Tony Romo, if you really ask me. He's gotten incredible deals. He looks like he knows football and he loves football, but for some reason, something always happens where Kirk just can't get to the mountaintop. When I saw he got this deal for the Falcons, I, like a couple of people out there, were a little shocked. But hey, coming from Desmond Ridder and Marcus Mariota,
I step up.
You know what I mean? I totally get it. But if we're talking about if this guy trips on a rock and hurts himself again, he's coming off Achilles surgery, it makes sense. You know, Michael Penix Jr., he's 23, 24. Like, he's ready to me, he's ready to go now.
His girl man status,
Yeah, so now what you do is you have the ultimate insurance policy. If for any reason Kirk Cousins does Kirk Cousins shit this year, you got at least somebody you could throw right into the mix right now with your young core that you got over there. What is it? Drake London, Kyle Pitts, the new running back that they just draft, who he had an up and down season, but I think he'll do better this year. So yeah, I understood it, bro.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, it's a hell of a plan B. You know what I'm saying? That's all you need. Like, it's a hell of a plan B. Not that we're banking on plan A failing at some point. You know what I'm saying? Because if he gets us to the promised land in Atlanta, hey, we got to take it. But if like you said, if week 3 comes and he's like, how many intel he got compared to touchdowns?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Let's see what the old first round backup's doing over there with all that equipment on. Let's see if he wants to throw the pigskin a little bit. Yeah. But keeping it football, man. Reggie Bush, man. I know we spoke about this some, FCP. We say breaking news over here, but Reggie Bush, man, NCAA got it right this time. Took them way too long, damn near 20 years, but they finally figured it out, and they was able to give this man back his well-deserved 2005 Heisman Trophy. When you first heard the news, what was the first thing you thought of?
Kenny strikes again, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you out here just predicting everything. I was happy for him. The critics, of course, they have their reasons for why they think it was justified. Even people jumped on our YouTube clip and said, oh, he did this and he did that. Oh, you mean he did his thing in college and USC and the NCAA made millions off him and his likeness, and he got what? A couple of things from trying to survive and trying to, like, come on, man. Like, you cannot make this shit up. He deserves his damn trophy, and I'm glad he got his trophy and his status back.
Facts. I wish it came with a back-rated check. Like, listen, man, if you prorate the NIL this year versus what it would have been back year in the last 20 years you lost, this $1.7 million check is for you, bro. We apologize about that. You know what I mean? But shouts to him. Hey, and listen, it wasn't as if that it stopped his career. He was able to go into the NFL, get a chip with the Saints. So listen, he still had a career. I think he even had Kim K for a little bit. But hey, he had a career. Things was cool. You know what I mean? But I'm happy he was able to put that back in his own mantle.
Oh yeah, man, definitely. And then shifting over to the WNBA, man, one of the greats is calling it quits. Candace Parker announced her retirement this past week, man. 3-time WNBA champion with the Sparks, Sky, and Aces, 2-time MVP. She just is an NCAA champion with Tennessee. She was really just the model for coming into the WNBA, being a mom, getting through injuries, managing her career to be successful, never cheat the game. And even in her goodbye speech, that's exactly what she said. The moment she felt like she would cheat the game, that's when she would stop. And she is calling it quits, man.
And listen, I love the transition that she's moving towards as far as announcing sports, being a sports figure, as far as giving her opinion and thought, or not just WNBA but NBA like as well. She's gonna be dope in that field. Like, you know what I mean? She has a knack for it. The chemistry honestly between her, Shaq, and the TNT crew is super funny. You know what I'm saying? They keep it going whenever they're out there, whenever they sub her into that set. But I got a good question for you. Listen, Candace caught it, and she caught one in Las Vegas. One in Chicago and LA. Braun got Cleveland, Miami, and LA. What 3 cities would you rather be respected in the rest of your life if you had to make a choice? Candace's group. Okay, go ahead.
One of their cities.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Candace's group. Chicago, Chicago, Vegas, and LA. I can live with that.
see, I was cheating in my head. I'd have picked Braun, but I'd never go to Cleveland. I'd just go bounce it back between Miami and California, back and forth. I'm saying it's like, I got a house in Cleveland, but the dogs stay out there. Like, you know what I mean? But now, if you had a choice of, if you was in a league, you had to do the all around the world career, what would be your top 3 places that you would want to chip in?
Oh, definitely New York. That's number one. A chip in New York.
Brooklyn or Manhattan? There's a difference.
Manhattan.
All right. I know the Brooklyn boy. I had to ask.
Yeah, I love Brooklyn. I swear. I hope Brooklyn Nets figure it out one day, but ain't nothing like the Garden. You got to give it that respect, right? So definitely New York. Definitely LA. There's something about Laker Nation that means a lot. And then Heat culture, man. Heat culture, they scrappy, they disciplined. And to be that in Miami, like to have that kind of focus and not be getting into trouble all the time, that's they got a coaching staff over there that deserves a raise every year, because they've gone from the Malik Beasleys, or they used to have some dudes that was partying hard, and they cleaned it up over there. I would love to go there and win the chip.
See the vision. All right, cool.
Yes, sir.
But listen, man, I know you said the Knicks, the Garden, it's the place to be, man. I need you to give me a quick recap on Knicks tape, because last night I was ready to throw my chair out the window. Talk to me, bro.
Yeah, a lot happened, man. Leading up to yesterday, man. I mean, Brunson set the franchise playoff record with 47 points in Game 3. They went over to Philly, stole Game 4. It looked like Philly was going to win Game 4, but Brunson did Brunson stuff again. But last night, man, Tyrese Maxey, I don't know, man. That boy, like you saw flashes of him when James Harden was still there, but now seeing him coming into his own shot in the big moments, and he saved Embiid last night. Embiid did not show up on the scoreboard last night. He was definitely getting rebounds and assists, but on that scoreboard, he was a ghost. And if it wasn't for Tyrese Maxey, the Knicks would be moving on to the second round already. But man, listen, that boy hit a game 3-pointer at the end of the regulation, sent it to OT, and then that was it, man. They took it after that.
Like, it was about a minute left. I'm like, oh, we got it. That's crazy. Yeah. We got him in the Garden. You know what I'm saying? I saw Fat Joe on one of the clips. I said, dope, man. It's gonna be a nice win.
Yep.
And then, like, as time goes, I'm like, it's a long minute. Like, you know what I mean? It was just like, it was just so much happening. Like, you know what I mean? And then I'm like, nobody's gonna foul him. He went up. I'm like, oh, he's making. Oh, he made it. All right. I was like, all right. OT. Then it was Brunson time. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, and he was serving for the first 4 minutes of the OT. He was serving, getting his job done. And it was a 3-point pass. I was like, oh God, why did I know why he did it, but why did he do it? Like, you know what I'm saying? It hurt to see. But listen, they gotta go to Philly now. They gotta get back on the turnpike. We gotta get this win out there, man. Gotta get it.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough, man. Going out to them Philly fans, I'm pretty sure I saw somebody I saw Don Staley on X say, "Do not sell y'all tickets to these Knicks fans." Like, I know y'all want to, you know what I'm saying, flip them tickets and make some money. But no, we need y'all there. We need y'all representing. We need this win. So, but I still think they're gonna sell them, man. Knicks is gonna be in the building.
Yeah, heavy.
Gonna be in that building no matter what they want,
and the good seats too.
And it's gonna be crazy, man. But moving on to who they might end up playing in the next series Indiana had a 3-1 lead going into game 5. Man, this has been probably one of the worst series after game 1 of these first rounds, man. Even the Cavs Magic has been more entertaining in the series. But a hobbled Bucks team last night pulled out the dub in Milwaukee. So, you know, you know what I mean? We're headed to game 6 in Indiana, man. I hope they close this out. I'm over this series, man. I don't want to watch it no more.
Yeah, it was weird. Midway through the game yesterday with the Bucks, I was trying to figure. I'm like, why is Dame and Giannis hurt again? Like, I can't remember. I can't remember the injuries. I was just like, I'm like, Dame was just putting up like 40-something points the other night. Like, what did I miss something? Like, did he get hurt on the way home? Like, you know what I mean? When did this injury happen? You know what I mean? But Patrick Beverly and squad, they stepped up. Like, you know what I'm saying? I thought Pat was gonna get duffed out by Obi at one point. But hey, man. He stood his ground. Everything worked out. They called it a regular flagrant one, and they kept it moving. But I think Indiana takes care of it. If none of the stars are going to show up that they all came to do, Indiana got it.
Yeah, I see Keith put in the chat. They better win tomorrow. Those Sixer tickets went sky high. Ewing was in the house too. Game 7. I hope it goes to 7. This has been a very exciting series. I want this to go to 7. I want Clippers Mavs to go to 7. That's been an exciting series. But yeah, man, you said Philly just cares about the Eagles. I think they care about the Sixers, man. They want the Sixers to win, man.
They do, but the ticket prices, man, they're giving them up.
Yeah. So moving over to the Celtics, man. Hoping they finish everything tonight. They won in decisive fashion in game 3 and 4. So listen, man, I don't know what the score is right now, but I hope they take care of fucking business so we can, you know what I'm saying, wait on these Cavs Magics. Cleveland actually won last night. They defended home court, so they lead the series 3-2. It was funny because when they moved to Orlando, I thought Cleveland was at least going to get one there. Orlando blew them out in both games.
Yeah. I don't know what happened on that. I still can't tell you what happened on that.
Right. And then Cleveland didn't even have what's the big man's name? They didn't even have their best big man last night, and they somehow pulled it out. So shout out to them, man. But the main story of this playoffs has been the ascension, the new crowned face of the NBA from his teammates. Anthony Edwards is
baby Jordan
balling out, bro. He is balling out, and to do it against 3 future Hall of Famers in the first round to get Minnesota to the second round for the first time since 2002, that's crazy. Crazy.
He wasn't. I don't think it was balling out. How old is Anthony Edwards? Is 22? 23?
I'm pretty sure, man.
You know what I mean? Like he was definitely might have just been walking, if at all, yet. You know what I mean? When they last went, but shouts to him, and I like the fact that he's a young boy bringing it to the old school. Like, you know what I mean? He's like, yo, I looked up to y'all, man, but I'm gonna bust y'all ass tonight. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he was really like KD. No, I saw a story that he walked into the Phoenix locker room, was like, yo, you lacing your shoes up? Yeah. Better, like, you know what I'm saying, and he walked out. Like, it's like everybody looking around, yo, who let him in? Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, shouts to Anthony. He's really getting it done. And man, I'm nervous about their next matchup, but hey, for the moment, Anthony's the man, yo.
Yeah, man. So now the big question is, do the Suns keep this trio together? I don't think that happens. I think the best thing for KD right now is to go back to the Golden State Warriors.
Listen, I think it's a race, man. I think Bradley Bill's like, listen, my money's too good. I don't care if I win or not. I'm at where I'm at. But I think it's gonna be a race to whoever can leave first out of KD or Booker. Because I heard, you know what I mean, Stephen A's like, hey, the Knicks can use you, man. Bro, we in the middle of a playoff run. Like, relax, yo. Let's see what we do or don't need once we no longer got games to play. You know what I mean? But Book and Brunson, that'd be a little crazy out in the Garden every day. But, But listen, I think the only way, imagine if KD put a stipulation on, listen, I go back to Golden State, but you gotta let Dre go. You think they're giving that? You think they letting that ride?
Nah, Draymond is Golden State certified, stamped. He's retiring when he wants to. I don't think they would do that for him. But I think he should go back, because if you think about the one system that he thrived in, and really he left it because he wanted to do his own thing, was Golden State, man. You know what I mean? That was ideal. I think you go back, right? If they want to give it one more run with Steph, with Clay, with Draymond, you got to bring KD back. Give it one last go before Steph is eventually going to hang it up, and see if you can win a chip, man. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, man, KD go over there with the comeback player of the year or the clutch player of the year. I'm sorry, it'll be dope. It's gonna be dope.
Yeah, man. So now moving over to who Minnesota will face in the second round, as you stated. Nuggets, man, Jamal Murray just had Lakers' number. He's had their number for a long time now, and Jamal Murray just shows up in the playoffs, man. Even I think about the bubble, and how much he was thriving there, but they just couldn't get over the hump of the Lakers. Now, when they see the Lakers, man, they just
food. And I'm cleaning this plate. Like when he did the shoulder shark after he dunked on Brown, I was like, not my king. Like, I was like, damn, it's over for real. Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, shouts to Murray, man. He two game winners in the same series, man. That's big time. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't no slouches neither. They got a couple of Hall of Famers on the other side, and gold and purple. So shouts to Murray, man. Big time shoes he had to fill. Heavy crown for sure.
Yeah, man. So now there's talk of the Lakers being supposedly rumors of the Lakers being open to drafting Bronny to, accommodate LeBron's dream of playing in the NBA with his son. So we'll see what that means for the Lakers actually putting together a winning roster. But I feel bad for Bron, man. He showed up as he always does. He showed up, and he didn't get the consistent help that he needed. And this has to be at the top. And I think Magic Johnson said it best. You know what I mean? We have a big problem in LA. The West has a bunch of young talent that's coming up in Anthony Edwards, in what's happening in OKC. We're going to get into them in a minute. And then let's not forget what's happening over in San Antonio with what they're calling the alien, Wembanyama. So it's getting very scary, and you still got Luka Doncic. You know what I mean? He's not that old, so he's still going to make some noise. Lakers need to figure out what they're going to do. They need to get some youth over there, and I don't know how, but they need to get younger, and they need to get better fast.
Yeah, Bronny's not enough. We'll take him, but Bronny's not enough. We appreciate it. Thank you. You guys can sit next to each other in the locker room. But listen, you guys, you James lineage isn't going to be enough for us to win. But we need more. You think KD will be interested in going to LA and teaming up with Bron?
No, I would cry if that happens. Like, just go where he needs to go to a system. He doesn't need to go where he's a number one option. He needs to go where he's a part of a system. Golden State made the best out of KD. He just wants to play the game. He doesn't want, you know what I mean? And going to the Lakers, there's going to be too much expected of him. I don't know. I don't think it's a good idea.
Man. All right. Thanks for drawing board, LA.
So then we got Mavs Clippers, man. That series is, I believe, is tied up. They are playing tonight.
Is it game 5 or 6 tonight for the Clippers, man? I'll do some research on that. But listen. Long story short, listen. Kyrie went up, right? Kyrie went up. Saw 3 hands. Said, all right, cool. Brought it back down. Ball it back, went back up with the shot and it dropped. I was like, how did he? This is all in midair. I was like, I'm like, where's the trampoline? Like, how's he? I forgot, it's Kyrie fucking Irving, bro. The boy's good. When Kyrie's at max, they was down like 20 something. Like, I know they lost at the end, and I was really rooting for them at that one point. Like, they down 21. This game's over. I came back. I was like, oh shit, they up 1. The game. But you know what I mean? Unfortunately, they couldn't get all the last shots that they needed at the end. But Kyrie, if him and Bron would have stayed wherever they was, man, it could have been so special. But you think the Clippers wrap this up though?
Yeah. I think they have what it takes. Especially if Paul George continues to have good games. I was very surprised last game the way he came out the gate. If he continues to come out the gate and goes taps into the old Indiana Pacers, Paul George, yeah, they're done.
Go time. Go time.
Yep.
Yeah, I did not. Paul George was putting up like mellow kind of shots. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't see all. Like, don't get me wrong, Paul George is no slouch at all. He's really good, but he was just hitting things. I was like, wow, I didn't think he was kind of got behind the backboard on that three. All right, like, you know what I'm saying? Some things was dropping. I was super amazed.
Yeah, man. And then OKC, man, this has got to be the most fun young group to watch in basketball. The way that at the end of every game, they all get together at the press conference to talk to the reporters. This is what Magic is talking about. This is the scary part about this. These young boys ran over the Pelicans. And listen, I didn't think the Pelicans were going to win, but I thought they were at least going to make it entertaining. They didn't. Like McCollum, CJ McCollum looked like a shell of himself. Brandon Ingram just didn't show up. I think the role players did exactly what they were supposed to do. Like, yeah, you're right. Zion, unfortunately, got hurt after that Lakers playing game and never came back. So Pelicans got a lot to talk about, man. And, you know, the Zion experiment has gone on for a while. They got some decisions to make over there, but OKC is rolling, man. OKC is rolling.
You know what's more scary about OKC? It's organic. They're cheap right now, and they're all like 22. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a lethal combination for that. Series tied for Mavs and Clippers 2-2, Game 5 tonight. But yeah, man, that's super scary what they got going over there because everything is in budget. Everything works out right now for everybody. Can get a 3, 4, 5 max shit contract, and we can start some money to get 1 or 2 pieces if we needed to. You know what I mean? So, number 1 in the West, shouts to them.
Yeah, man, and Sam Presti gets a second chance to get it right. Like, not too many people get a second chance in life to get a great group together and not fuck it up. You know what I mean? Like, they are forever haunted by letting the group Russell, James Harden, and KD break up. So in this case now, you got another chance, OKC, to get it right. Make sure you keep the band together by all means necessary. And to your point, man, I strongly believe this. I think the days of the super teams are over. I think that experiment has worn out. Homegrown, give them time to get chemistry, get to know each other, know where they like their passes, know where they like their best shots. You know what I mean? No, it's proven. We're seeing it. We're seeing it in real time, and you're going to start to see a lot of different choices come up. And with the pending deal that the NBA is about to make with Amazon, potentially for the 2025-2026 season, you figure whoever's going into that contract year is going to get the most leverage, and it's going to open up a lot of possibilities, especially for these young dudes.
And the cool thing with the league, like everybody's getting better at the same time, it feels like. So my question to you, like, I know you're the basketball aficionado. What classifies a big three? Is it contracts? Is it fame? Because right now, technically, Derek White is part of the big three in Boston, right? So but he wasn't part of the big three plan. You know what I mean? So what, in your definition, makes a big three the big three?
Yeah, I think when they classify a Derek White as a big three, it's really just like who's a part of their biggest contribution at the time. But the original thought of big three, I think of like Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, and KG, is 3 like predominantly really good people at the sport coming on the same team, right?
Okay.
So even if you look at Golden State, yeah, Klay Thompson was good, but that really wasn't a big 3. It was a big 2. You know what I mean? And maybe Klay Thompson and Draymond Green made the big 3. It's like two and two possibles, right?
Yeah.
Bucks, right?
Yeah, I'll say that. Yeah, 2 and 2 possibles.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So, yeah, honestly, to me, that's my interpretation of big 3. 3 big superstars coming together on the same team.
White had a game. Yeah, man.
No, yeah, man. Shit, yeah, hell yeah. He's been capable of that all year. So I think the only people that were shocked by that was Miami. But so yeah, some quick NBA awards, and I think more are actually going to be coming out this week. Probably even came out tonight. They're probably coming out right as we're speaking. 6th Man of the Year went to Naz Reid from the Timberwolves. This dude has been tremendous off the bench when Karl Anthony Towns was out. He was definitely filling the void. Great 3-point shooter, good scorer. Coach of the year went to Mark Daigneault. That's the coach of OKC. So it
Well
makes
deserved.
sense, right? He is
Well
making
deserved.
shit. You know what I mean? He's making shit happen over there. Most improved player of the year went to Tyrese Maxey. I
I heard
kind
that.
of wanted Kobe White to win
Mm,
this.
okay.
You know what I mean, as far as most improved, but I get it. You know, Tyrese Maxey, like we just talked about, is really, that dude for the Sixers this
Hmm.
year. And then clutch player of the year, of course, you had Steph Curry, man, as always. So we got rookie of the year, defensive player of the year, MVP left. We'll see how that's gonna go.
You got
A
any
lot
potentials
of
on your
rated
side for
options.
those three?
Rookie of the year, I think is gonna go to Wembanyama.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah. I think the stuff he's done this year for a guy at his height and just
Yeah.
coming into the league, man, it's a little hard to make a case for anybody else. It really is.
Mm.
It's hard.
What you got for defensive and MVP?
Defensive, I think Bam Adebayo. I think he's one of the finalists. I think he should get it. What he's done for Miami at his size, like people think like he's a true center, but he's more of like a point forward. But he plays that position and defensively very well. And MVP, man, it's got to be Shai Gilgeous, man. If they don't give that shit to Shai, man, this league is messed up.
Yeah, it's all messed up. Like it's all messed up. Young
Like this,
25-year-old taking the OKC to number one in the West, not the East, the West. You know, with all the star power, all the heavy hitters like out there with kind of with ease, and they blew through the first round. Yeah, if he don't get it, I don't even know who would be a good substitute.
and he scores at will. Like you just watch him, and he puts the ball on the floor, probably takes 3 to 4 dribbles, and he's at the basket already. And then you don't know what to do with him. Like, and he has no problem giving the ball up. He's made everybody around him better, and they love playing with him, and they'll run through a wall for him. So, yeah, I think it's a no-brainer there.
Sure, for sure.
Oh man. So moving over to movie, TV shows, and music recommendations, man. The trailer for Clipped, the Donald Sterling documentary. If you don't know who Donald Sterling is, he was the controversial ex-owner of the Los Angeles Clippers, who was forced to give up the team because of some controversial statements he made, racial statements that were recorded. It will be streaming this documentary on Hulu, I believe, starting June 4th. And I like the cast, man. It looks interesting.
Lawrence Fishburne's in there. Listen, man, can't fuck it up. You know what I'm saying? You can't fuck it up. It is going to be good to see, though. I forgot who they had playing Chris Paul, but I was like, I don't know why he's there, but we'll see what happens. You know what I'm saying? It'll be a cool rendition.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So, any closing thoughts on your end, my brother, before we get up out of here?
Listen, man, it's the first of the month. Like Sean said at the beginning of the show, new episode out today, as you already know. Outside of that, man, just, the weather's still funky, man. Be careful out there. Be careful out there.
So I only get 2 shows to talk about this, man. You got a big birthday coming up, brother.
Chill. I'm not even trying to think about that. I'm trying to get to the next day already. I'm already trying to get to the next day mentally. I don't even want to talk about it. I'm not a fan of my birthday. Never really was. I get it, but I can't wait for the next day to come once the day comes. You know what I mean? But we'll talk about it then.
All right, no problem. Actually, got some breaking news that just came through. It looks like Ryan Garcia tested positive for performance enhancement drug day before upset win over Devin Haney.
Does that flip the win? How's that work on the statistics part? No!
This is breaking.
He was juiced up. Oh no!
Yeah, the tests were taken. So this is as per ESPN's Mike Coppinger. The tests were taken prior to the fight, but the results weren't known until later. Garcia has 10 days to request that his B sample be tested. So I guess they take 2 samples. They take 2 samples of blood work. So just in case maybe something was off with the first one, they have the backup one. Sounds like some fishy business there.
Sounds fishy already. Yeah, we got to make the call. Where's that B sample at? I got to make a swap. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Oh shit, that's nasty.
Man.
Oh, that's nasty if that's true. Oh
Yep.
man.
Yep.
Ah. At least, what's his name? Derek Henley. At least he has a cop out. So he was shooting. Thank God, nigga, because you got your ass. Thank God he was. Right. Everybody thought that was a natural ass whipping you got. You know what I'm saying? Like, better take it easy. Like,
the 12 million shit. Though. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Ooh,
that's big.
Ooh. I forgot about the personal bet. Yeah. He said, I'm winning tonight. I know for a fact I'm winning tonight. Oh, that's a whole nother layer to it. Ooh.
So that might speed up the rematch at this point.
And it's weird because when you're on a team sport and you bet on yourself, hey, it's still me and like either 4 other guys or 10 other guys or shit. Counting football, like another 22 or so other guys that all gotta be, you know, working at the same time. But it's just me versus you.
Yeah.
and I'm juiced up. Yeah, I should have put 5 down on myself. Like, you know what I mean? 2 is. I guess he figured this. I'm gonna be juicing. I go down to 2. But that's nasty work. It's nasty work.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, man. Anything else before we get up out of here?
Listen, man, enjoy your Wednesday. Grab some good dinner, man. But as always, hey, see y'all next week. Oh, shit. I'll talk to you about next week. We'll see y'all next week.
All right, y'all. Like Kenny said, make sure y'all go check out episode 77. Don't forget to subscribe, man. Appreciate y'all joining us. We out of here.
Peace.